What up, fam? Jeremy here. Solo. You get Jeremy solo today, which we'll see what happens. I got my handy dandy juice here to get me through. But if you are here, which, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, KDL, the biggest supporter ever. Love you, dude. Love that you always show up. Oh, man. Speaking of man, myth, legend, Sevi, what's up, brother? Glad you're here. Clock Cutter, glad you are here. Let's get this started with a bang. Trump is Israel's stooge. There's I didn't plan on getting into too much political talk today, but you never know where the show is going to go. You never know. We're definitely going to talk UFC last week. We'll talk UFC tonight in a matter of a handful of hours. Maybe some fights coming up that are like, whoa, like that's really going to happen. And then I definitely want to talk about some CrossFit. Got the CrossFit Open here, so we'll dive into all that stuff. And if we have time, we will we'll talk about some stuff in the political realm. Meg, what's up? Glad you're here. Glad you are here. Welcome. Let's dive into, I won't waste too much of your time. Let's dive into UFC, right? That's what you're here for, right? And we've had two back-to-back UFC fight nights. So there's the UFC pay-per-views, right? No longer have pay-per-views. Oh, by the way, Dillon is, you're like, where's Dillon? Dillon is on the road. I believe he shared this last week, but he was living in Cincinnati. He's from the Southwest, so he's moving his family back to the Southwest. So Dillon is alive and well. Babies are good. Everybody's good. Wife is good. But, yeah, he's moving. So I was like, hey, man, no pressure. I'll hop on. I'll talk about what's happening. Hi, Trish. Hi, honey. How's it going? Pretty much there was the UFC. There was a long break. They do it every year. Not necessarily this long, but there was a break between mid-December UFC of last year and then the first UFC card this year with Patty Bimlett and Justin Gaethje, about a month. Other than that, yes, there is usually a UFC every single weekend. As I was saying, there was a fight night last weekend, a fight night tonight, and then a quote-unquote pay-per-view next weekend will be for the BMF title, Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. But they're not pay-per-views anymore. So I think they're just called titled events or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, Clock Cutter. Oh, I should have known fighting means MMA fighting. Yep. I mean, there's other fighting going on, and we'll probably talk about that at some point. I don't always like beating dead horses. We talk about the same thing over and over, but maybe I got some other angles will come from. Maybe you guys got some comments about what's happening between different personalities in the space. What's up, CrossFit? That gross ass Cincy chili slap. I don't know if I've ever had a Cincinnati chili. Sounds good. I want it. I agree. Last week, Trish, if you are referring to last week was good, as in the UFC last week, I agree. That was really, really good. We got Ashen Fernando. How was the 26.1? Welcome. I don't recognize your name, but welcome to the show. We will definitely get to that for sure, 100%. Olivia, OG Patriot, howdy. Hello. Will I be cussing? I don't know. My thing with cussing, I try not to give words too much power. You know, I think we get in trouble when we just give things too much power, because then you only see that. You only see or hear that, and you don't see the point that someone's trying to make. And you know what? Some people use language. Some people don't. Whatever. Some people say frick instead of fuck. You know, that's just how it goes. Essentially, to me, you're saying the same thing. You're just putting a PG rated version on it. But anyways, yeah, Trish Strickland is definitely a character. Totally agree. Yeah, CrossFit giving me some praise here. It's never me. I never have the problems. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? CrossFit says maybe Jeremy isn't the one who has always has audio problems at the start. Actually, I was just lying. That very much is me. I'm telling you, I try to explain this. It doesn't make sense. I have a Samsung computer. I have a Samsung phone. I bought it so that they can link together, and sometimes they don't link together well. That's all there is to it. What up, Sean? Sean Linder, man. Jeremy, did you use the 14-pound wall ball? I should have, dude. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second, Sean. So I went to Iraq in 2009, and I got a back injury. I won't dive into what happened, but I got a back injury. And funny enough, I found CrossFit in 2012. Up between 09 and 12, I had, and even on going a little bit into CrossFit, I had like back problems. So I'll just say that, whether it was just overall pain or like nerve pain, like sharp, what do you call that? Sciatic stuff. Just, oh man, it was bad. Then I stumbled across CrossFit, and cooler than that, I stumbled across Kelly Starrett, who I actually just shared one of his videos from the Ready State on my Instagram. But I stumbled across him, and I mean, the supple leopard and all of the crazy, foam rolling, banded stuff, lacrosse balls, and man, has that stuff helped me out a lot, as it's helped so many people out. The problem is when you sustain an injury like that, it just sometimes, man, it just rears its ugly head. And yesterday wasn't the first time. I can't tell you how many workouts I'm in. Depending on what it is, heavy squats, lots of, usually it's squatting, hinging, sometimes squatting for sure, where I'm like, yep, here we go. And oftentimes I can get it to loose. I move it around, but yesterday was not one of those, man. I got the 20 wall balls. We're talking about 26.1, obviously. I got the 20 wall balls, 18 box jump overs. I get into that round of 30 and I could feel it tightening up. And I'm like, oh, dude, you're good. No problem. Well, it'll loosen up. It always loosens up, right? And it didn't. It just kept getting progressively worse, man. I was to the point where I'm doing sets of 3 to 5, and I'm not stopping because I'm fatigued. I'm stopping because my back, like my hips, lower, everything locked. And I'm like, dude, this sucks, terrible timing. But, things happen, and I'll loosen it up hopefully this weekend, give it another go tomorrow or Monday. We'll see. We shall see. But I did finish 66 wall balls, so I kept stopping, stretched, move around like I posted in my video, and then I would go back at it. Sorry. Jan, what up, brother? Yeah, I'm talking about right now. So I did have we asked Jessa what he got. I got through the 66 wall balls, and yeah, it wasn't even a man, I'm tired. Like, obviously, you're tired, right? And the metabolic condition, everything is hitting you. Your legs are kind of blowing up, but it was just like, I can't squat anymore. Legit spasming back. But, you live, you learn. CrossFit says, man, this was crazy. Did you take an IED to the face, but actually blacked out on a non-combat location? No. Just that one guy. If you're questioning what CrossFit's talking to, head over to the Savant podcast. I believe that was last night's show on the CrossFit Update show, and Danielle Brandon's father. Was that legit Danielle Brandon's father? I don't even know. Too much stuff going on in the space right now. But he talked about getting blown up, or he said he got blown up in the face by an IED, when in reality he had as John would say, a fricked up face. CrossFit also asks how much disability you get. I can't tell you that. Man, you guys, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for keeping me company. G might hop on later. Do you experience while fucking? Luckily, no, man, because I just lay on my back. I don't do anything. I let them do I let the woman do the job. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I don't. I do not really experience that while fricking. Anyways, let's preview real quick. I'm glad you guys are here. Like, stick around. I'm going to talk about some UFC stuff, but then we'll get back to CrossFit. We're going to preview the UFC fight night from last week that featured Sean. Does he have a nickname? Sean the Mouth? Sean Strickland, man. If you haven't looked up Sean Strickland or heard any of his pre or post fight interviews, this guy is he is a character. He is a character. So let me present this screen right quick up in here. Bear with me. Here it comes. Pause. We had I won't talk about the prelims. Prelims are not that they're bad fights, but the show would be way too long if I did that. We got Zachary Reese versus Michael Pereira. This fight sucked. And not because like Zachary Reese, formidable dude. Like if he gets his stuff together, he can be dangerous. He can make some noise in the division. Problem is, he's more like he likes to, as they call, aura farm. He wants to be like point to the center of the ring guy. And I mean, there's only one guy that can do that. He started it, let him be the guy, and that's Max Holloway. But Zachary Reese wants to be flashy and throw these random flying knees, set up absolutely nothing. And unless he figures that out, he's going to be this guy who's going to lose in split decisions to Michael Pereira, who, no slouch, he doesn't suck, but this guy's cardio is trash. I feel like I'm ragging on Johnny Young in CrossFit here, but he's Johnny Young cardio. He one round and he's trying to find a chair to sit down in. Or in this case, if you watch the fight, he legit faked at least two groin shots. Zachary sets up, gives him a little kick, clearly hits him in the stomach. Pereira, time out. He's grabbing his nut sack and taking, they give him tons of time, 5 minutes, I believe. Neither were legit. And in reality, he should have had points taken away from him for faking that. So anyways, it was just a trash fight. It sucked to start off the main card this way, but it was a trash fight. Pereira getting the split decision victory, although many people, experts in the space, had Zachary Reese winning that fight. And I don't know. Zachary Reese, you got to figure it out, man, because just being flashy that's Conor McGregor's job. It worked for him, not for you, buddy. Moving on, this one, as you see, earned a performance of the night. Jacoby Smith and Josiah Harrell. I had posted us, Dillon and I, previewing this fight last week with Josiah Harrell. He had some gnarly brain disease, some sort of condition that in 2022 he had to have surgery on. Oh, pause. What up, Joe? How you doing? You can hop in if you want, brother. I know you got the keys. Jan says, Jeremy, do you know those poops that feel really good coming out? I had one just a little bit ago, actually. Anyways, just reading the chat. Josiah Harrell, brain surgery, crazy story, crazy inspirational story. And 4 years later, he's in the UFC. And in between that, he's had, he went 11-0, 11-1 on smaller circuit fights. But, like, this dude's legit, and super inspirational. And I said last week that, man, my heart's with this guy, man. You love a story like that, right? Nothing against Jacoby, but you love a story, a guy who overcomes and, makes it to the UFC. But boy, did he run into a hurricane of a fight. Jacoby Smith, man, this dude is watch out, welterweights, because this kid, who has the dumbest nickname ever, Jacoby Kobe, is dangerous. And what you notice about a guy like this, took him 1:13 to put Parsons away. Took him almost 2 full rounds to put Price away, and it took him 3 minutes to put Harrell away. He is wildly entertaining, dangerous. He's fantastic. And if I had a pick with my head, like I said last week, Jacoby would have been my pick. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And there was actually a little bit of controversy. If you watch the end of this fight, Jacoby has Josiah in somewhat of a crucifix, and which was actually a gnarly setup. Josiah goes to take him down. He kind of does. Jacoby reverses and catches Josiah in just a horrible, horrible position. And he starts raining down elbows. He's hammer fisting, and Josiah goes to sleep. Forget the ref's name, but he was a little bit late. At least 2-3 shots on Harrell landed that should not have. And even when the ref is trying to take Jacoby off, he's still raining down punches. Like the ref had to physically get off and push him. So I didn't really care for that ending, but I mean, these dudes are savages. They're fighters. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they go. Sometimes even past the bell. So we'll see what's up for Josiah on the horizon. But I think Jacoby's going to find himself fighting some legit guys. They got to give him some legit because he's clearly that guy. He's that dude. Moving along, we got some names that are just crazy to try to say. Sergey Spizak and Ante Delia. I mean, it's got to be Delia, right? Anyways, if you watch the UFC and you watch these heavyweight fights, a lot of them have been, there's disappointing, and then there's whatever's below disappointing. My performance on 26.1 in the Open, that was disappointing. This was below. The heavyweight division lately has been below that. And that sucks because it didn't always used to be that way. Back in the day, Tim Silva, Andrei Arlovsky, you had some heavy hitters. Sure, they didn't maybe last full 5 rounds of cardio, but man, a lot of the fights didn't even have to go that long. They're just mashing each other. Czech Congo and Frank Mir and even Brock Lesnar when he came in, there was some monsters. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, but the heavyweight division UFC has just suffered. It has suffered big time. And you saw that a few weeks ago with Taya Tuivasa and I forget his name, the Brazilian guy. That sucked. That was embarrassing. It was like 2 drunk uncles at the birthday party that got mad at each other over politics and just slow motion. Everyone's falling on it. It was so bad. I say all that to say this was actually an entertaining heavyweight fight. Nobody got knocked out, but Ante definitely took some punishment, but he delved out some punishment. It was a boxing clinic on Sergey's part, which is surprising because he is a very good wrestler, very good grappler. But it seemed like he went into this. He's like, I'm going to show people. Matter of fact, I believe after the fight, he said, I'm going to show people that I can do more than just take you down and hold you down and submit you or ground upon you, and he showed that. This was very entertaining. If you didn't watch it, I highly recommend check this fight out. If you want to redeem if you are a UFC fan and you want to redeem your faith in the heavyweight division, this was it. Because after Tai Tuivasa fought a couple weeks ago, man, that was rock. I feel like rock bottom heavyweight division. Y'all got to do something. That was rock bottom. And this gave me some hope. Again, Ante is no slouch. He's top 10 for a reason. He did damage, but he just couldn't get past the boxing and of Sergey. It was very entertaining. So great fight for those dudes. Excited to see. I mean, Sergey's knocking on the door of give him another top 10 opponent, and then you're going to have to start talking about championship fight for that guy. He's moving up. Speaking of moving up, wow. So fight nights are often, fight nights for a reason. Well, they're not often. They are fight nights for a reason because you're typically getting guys that are kind of up and comers or maybe late in their career or whatever, guys that Dana and the team feel shouldn't be on a pay-per-view main card, but they're still good dudes. This from this point up, this card, these last 3 fights I'm gonna talk about here were very much main card pay-per-view level fights. They were crazy good. Costa, I won't even attempt. I think last week I attempted to say his first name, and I'll never do that again. Costa versus Dan Ige. Dan Ige is a stout veteran. This guy's been around for a minute. Dan 100 grand, formerly known as 50 grand, Ige has been around for a minute. He has fought some dudes. He has had some success. He has shown flashes of being one of the better fighters in that division. But as you can see, 2 wins out of his last 6 fights. Sometimes I think the game passes people, you know? Now, you can argue he's really small for that division. Featherweight division, 145. So saying someone is small for that division is kind of funny. But, like, Costa is arguably big for that division, but he towered over Ige. Ige just, like, at range, there's no way. You're going to have to get up in someone's face, and Ige's just too small. And I think the game is kind of passing him. I like him. He brings it. He's a savage. But, boy, this Costa kid, his last fight, he had the head kick heard around the world at the Apex Center, knocked this dude out, just flatline KO. He's legit. In this fight, I mean, dude, spinning back kick. I would play videos, but I don't want this channel to get flagged. But he catches at the very end of the round, 10 seconds left in the round. He's dominating Ige. He's kicking him to death. Costa's kicks are just lethal, and he's kicking. Dan can't figure anything out. And 10 seconds left, Costa catches him. He's up against the fence, and he just does this spinning back fist, catches Ige right to the jaw. And it, like, turned Ige's face from this weird-looking sideways grin to just like, it was, don't anyone clip that. It was bad. It was bad. He goes down. He's not flatline KO, but he's down, and you could tell, like, the stars have come out to play in his head. And Costa hops on him, and some argued maybe an early stoppage because there's 4 seconds left in the round. Let's see if homeboy can recover. He did. He did. It was a good stoppage, and as you can see, it earned Costa a performance of the night. I guarantee we're going to see homeboy jump into the top 15. I cannot wait to see what happens with this dude's career. He brings it. He's my type of fighter. Let's fight. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys talking about? CrossFit clock. He didn't carry it as a joke, though, and his face was tucked up from getting drunk. Did I miss? Oh, you're back to talking about Clock Cutter says, let's go back up a little. I'm sympathetic with Max. Guy gets made fun of for his weird face maybe his whole life. Finds out if he says IED face, maybe as a joke, people shut up about it. So CrossFit says he didn't carry it as a joke. And I'll even go further to say, like, there's some things you joke about and there's some things you don't joke about. Getting blown up by an IED is not something you joke about. That's you want to come up with some kind of, you got kicked by a horse in the face or you got burned or whatever, you want to make up some stuff, go ahead. But I got blown up by an IED. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. I mean, I got made fun of a lot growing up. I had a big head. I guess I still do. I was half black, half white. So, like, the black kids, man, they made my life a living hell in middle school. You deal with it, man. Like, that's life. Let it make you stronger or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, you don't have to make up a whole bunch of lies or one big huge lie that you got blown up in the face by an IED. It's like, let's just be better. Let's just be better. You know what I'm saying? Trish, I'll tell you this. Trish asks, you are black. I am black where it counts. And that's why you should leave Ron and date me. By the way, was that Sevan last night? His podcast, Ron was in there. I don't know if you saw that. I forget what his handle was, but it said Ron the Bish, Ron something. So that was funny. That was hella entertaining. Anyways, yeah, his Costa's career, man, it's gonna be. And speaking, it's crazy how this just happened. This dude, if you look him up on in his early career, he has vitiligo. You can see a little bit on his face, but let's see if I click on here. So he's got a couple little spots here. This dude used to be as dark as me. Like, I'm not even kidding you. And he got made fun of. If you read his story, he grew up in what was that, Brazil? Yeah, he's Brazilian. He would spend his time in the rainforest away from people because they made fun of him so much because he had blotchy skin. And now look at him. He's TKOing dudes in the UFC. Don't make excuses or stories. Just do it. Anyways, we have performance of the night. We had another performance of the night. Dana's just giving them out. And this one, wow. This was crazy. I like Jeff Neal. He's a dynamic fighter. Hits hard, very athletic because he's black. No, okay. Very athletic dude. If you go back last week and watch the show, Dillon and I gave Euros Medic zero chance. Like zero chance. Like we're like, who is this dude? He has no business, fighting Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's gonna wipe the floor with them. I have never been so wrong picking a mixed martial arts fight. I mean, like, ever. Like, I've been watching this stuff for 30 years almost. Like, I have never been so wrong. This was insane. You ever hear the term, man, he knocked the snot out of him? We say that in the black community a lot. Man, he knocked the snot out of that guy. Euros Medic literally knocked the snot out of Jeff Neal. They're minute 19, it's fast, they're moving, they're going at it. Something you got to appreciate about, like, welterweight, middleweight down, like, they go for the most part. The guy before I was talking about, he sucked, but these guys usually go. So they're going, each guy's getting something off, and they get in a crazy exchange. Euros catches them with the left, and as Jeff Neal's going down, you could just watch the replay, snot just exuding from his nose. And I was stunned. That wasn't supposed to happen. Not that Jeff Neal was supposed to win and Euros was supposed to lose, but like that, a minute 19 in the first round of a guy, Jeff Neal, who's fought the best of the best in the welterweight division over the last 5 to 10 years. This Euros Medic from Serbia just comes out of nowhere. And dude, that was crazy. My hat's off to Euros Medic. What was really cool after the fight, hey, who do you know? It wasn't Rogan. I think it was Michael Bisping. Who do you want next? Who's the guy? And, he called out a couple guys. I forget who exactly. But he talked about, I'm very proud of that win, and I'm probably gonna. He's a humble dude. I'll probably lose another, but like I'm just gonna bring it, And he says, what I want to see is I want to fight in Serbia, where he's from. I want to fight in my homeland, but got some visa immigration issues. So he literally says, Trump, if you could help me out. He says that on the broadcast. Well, a couple hours later, I see this UFC story someone shared where Dana called Trump. Trump on the phone, Dana gives Medic the phone, and Trump cleared his visa issues. I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. So I think the point is, if you are having visa issues, if you are, just get in the UFC, but I thought that was really cool that Trump did that for him. That could be a total BS story that I read, but I'm going to stick with it because it sounds really cool. But I'm excited. This dude's going to pop into the top 15 real quick. Jeff Neal, I don't know what's going to happen with him, man. But that was a crazy fight. Anyways, moving to the main event. Do yourselves a favor and Joseph, yeah, or join the military. Either get into the UFC or join the military. Yeah, either way. Yeah, Trish, I must have missed it. He must have snuck down in the basement to use the computer. That's funny. Yeah, you got to go back. You got to get Ron under control and then get rid of him so that we can be together. Sean Strickland. Wow. There've been a lot of shit talkers over the years, right? Conor McGregor, and the like, right? People that just they talk. They got a lot to say, and they don't always back it up. Sean Strickland has a lot to say. I mean, before this fight, he's talking about he's more Mexican than Anthony Hernandez because he actually likes to box in traditional Mexican fashion, and Hernandez likes to wrestle. He just goes hard, man. He says some crazy things, man. Like his stance on trans and how soft our country's gotten, and like he goes hard. He goes hard, and whether you agree with them or not, I'm someone, dude. Like if you haven't noticed this about me, I'll let you know right now. I like when people. How do I say it? I like when people speak their minds. It doesn't mean I agree with what they're saying all the time. I'm like, yeah, our country's soft. Or we can make that argument, but like I like when people say what they feel, because what that does is it opens things up to a dialogue. If you're willing to have it, you talk, and at the end of the day, I'm not saying like you agree with that person, but you know where each other stands, and there's a mutual respect. Where we have gone, to Sean Strickland's point, in this country is we have gotten a lot soft. Clock Cutter says Strickland is cool. More power to him for sure. We've gotten a little like, I don't want to offend somebody, and I get it, dude. I'm not saying we got to be out here saying the things Sean Strickland says necessarily, but I don't want to offend anybody. I'm too scared what this person will think about me. And we definitely see this a lot in the CrossFit space. I'll lose friends, I'll lose followers, but all these things. And we sell ourselves out, I don't want to have a conversation with that person. They're too mean. They're too this, they're too that. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about them, whoever that is, on our own, in our own conversations with our own friends, on our own podcasts or whatever, but we'll never actually have those conversations with those people to see if there is a bridge that can be built or a mutual understanding. And we see how that manifests in our society right now. When you don't want to talk to each other, when you can't talk to each other, one party flips out on the other. You have what Will Plummer has talked about on here. You don't get invited to Thanksgiving dinners, and we got to do better. We got to be willing to talk to each other. We got to be willing to understand that we're not all going to agree. Not everybody's offended by the same things. Not everybody cares about language. Not everybody cares about, let's say crass jokes at times. And maybe we'll talk about Taylor and Hiller. Like I said, I don't like beating dead horses, but at the end of the day, man, we're 350, 400 million different people, different personalities. And if we don't try to find what commonly unites us and kind of like focus on that and talk about that, and stop getting outraged over words people use or things people say. There's a difference. I'll say this. There's a huge difference between attacking somebody, putting someone in danger, and just like joking or saying how you feel or whatever. There's a huge difference, man. Like people can say what they want about me, but that doesn't put me in harm. That doesn't endanger me. I'm not like, uh-oh, now I got to live in fear because so-and-so thinks I should, or so-and-so said something. That ain't how life works. You can disagree. You can vehemently disagree, but you're fine. Words are not going to hurt you unless you let them. I guess at the end of my little TED talk here, I don't know, can we get back to like thicker skin? Can we get back to having conversations with each other? Now I sound like Rich Froning. We got to get people in a room and talk to each other. But I legit mean that. Like we got to stop with got them and they're mean and this person's that. And like, dude, shut up. Let's just be better. CrossFit says, or we'll make videos about videos. What a trip the last week has been, man. We got the CrossFit Open, man. We're so excited. The CrossFit Open is here. And then we have this. Videos of videos of videos. It's crazy. Bern, what's up, brother? Good to see you. You know who's soft? The Iranian leadership. That's who. Actually, mushy might be more accurate. They're about to be mushy. They are about – maybe we'll talk about that in a second after I stop rambling about the UFC here. Get off my soapbox. So Sean Strickland, he's a perfect example. Love him or hate him, dude's going to speak his mind. But let's talk about the fight. I said this was going to be a stylistic nightmare for Sean Strickland because he likes to box. He likes to jab. He likes to keep things standing for the most part. Not that he can't wrestle, not that he can't grapple, but he prefers not to. Anthony can strike, but he likes to take people down. Hernandez is definitely more of your, I'm going to take you down and have my way with you. I said, man, stylistic nightmare. I think Sean will win, but he's got his work cut out for him. What played out was really, really surprising for me. It lasted 3 rounds. So I give Anthony Fluffy Hernandez tons of credit, man. He endured jabs. It was like watching Muhammad Ali out there with Sean Strickland just jab, and Anthony's just eating him. He's who was the guy? They fought 3 times. Ali and Frazier. He was Joe Frazier just eating the jab. I give him tons of credit. He's a tough dude. And but Sean's just jab. Hernandez goes for some takedowns. Can't finish him. Sean's back to jab. And it looked as though Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, despite his nickname, he is a gigantic cardio monster. Like he can go. He will boom, go. It looked like he gassed out. 3rd round came and it looked like maybe he gassed out, or maybe he's just like, man, I don't know what to do. I can't figure Strickland out. There's nothing I can do. And he took a knee and to the chest, like stomach chest area, and that was the beginning of the end. Strickland saw it, sensed it. Hernandez kind of crumbled up, and Strickland just unloaded, got the TKO. Didn't flatline KO him. He got the technical knockout. But then what was really, really cool is Sean Strickland's post-fight interview. He gave Hernandez a lot of credit. So for all the shit Sean Strickland talks, for all the things he says, love him or hate him, agree with him or not, he gave Anthony a lot of credit. Even went as far as that he's the man I want to be. He's got the kids. He's a family man. He's a good dude. And I thought that was a cool moment. I thought that was a really cool moment for Sean Strickland to give dude his flowers, after ending his 8-fight win streak. That was really cool. So I give Strickland some credit. I don't agree with everything he says. I also don't get offended by everything he says. The guy speaks his mind, and I can either let it affect me or I can just be like, yeah, that's what he thinks, and I don't think everything he thinks. That's life, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works. So I don't think Fluffy will fall too far down the rankings. He lasted 3 rounds with the guys. Strickland's a former champ in the middleweight division. He is a stud. Strickland either just earned himself a title shot with Hamzat, but maybe not, because who knows? Hamzat's talking about going up to heavier division. So he either earned a title shot with him or one more fight, possibly with Imavov. I believe he's already beaten. I should know that, but it'll be interesting. What was crazy, and I'll end with this on this card, is UFC just signed Paramount. They were with ESPN for a long time, and to my knowledge, ESPN never really censored the guys. However, maybe I don't know. I don't remember them censoring. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. If you're a UFC listener in the chat, for the 10 years that they were with, or however many years they were with ESPN, but they signed with Paramount going into the new year, right? And Paramount is the channel that has The Boys. It had no. That's on Amazon. Paramount has shows like Mayor of Kingstown. It's got a lot of gnarly shows on it, right? And those aren't censored. But after the fight, Sean Strickland is talking, and now he's saying some things. He starts talking about Hamzat, who is the current middleweight champion. He calls him a goat fucker, and like he starts going off and saying some things, and then he implies that one of Anthony Hernandez's coaches was a groomer and groomed a young UFC female fighter, and they cut his mic. They cut his mic mid-interview. It was very disappointing. I don't like censorship. Hate censorship. Do not censor people. And they cut his mic mid-interview. That sucked. I have yet to hear Dana comment on that. Dana White, the president of the UFC, I've yet to hear him comment on that. I'd be interested in his thoughts. But yeah, that was really disappointing. Again, love the guy, hate the guy. Like, he is who he is. He's gonna say what he says, and don't ask him dumb questions. You know, that was one of the things that they like. What do you think of Bad Bunny? Like, I mean, you ask a guy like that what he thinks of Bad Bunny. He's made it pretty clear where he stands. He's going to give you the answer that you're looking for. You know. Anyways, it was a great event. I want to move on. I know I spent possibly far too long on that. We're going to move on to Moreno versus Kavanaugh. That was planned for Mexico City and still is going to be in Mexico City, despite what's happening down there. What I'm going to do, though, this is a fight night. So these guys that you're seeing, Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacquiao, I think it's going to be a great fight. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because these are a lot of no-name guys. Not that I don't like no-name guys, but you guys don't know who I'm talking about. But I think what I do find interesting, bantamweight, flyweight, and then you finally get a little heavier in the lightweight bout, and that's where I'm going to start between Zellhuber and King Green. But I think what you're going to see in these fights that sometimes you don't get in the heavier weight divisions is these guys typically don't gas. Now, they are fighting in Mexico. So someone like Edgar Chavez and Imono Rodriguez, they're from Mexico. And the elevation we know in Mexico City is crazy, and same with Luna. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys that are not from there, although Peru has some elevation, how they hold up in that thin air elevation. But these guys, these lighter classes, they bring it, man. They bring the not a lot of knockouts, you know, they don't have a lot of force behind their punches for their size, but you're going to see great striking. You're going to see energy. These guys all bring it. They bring it hard. So I'm really, really excited for those first three fights. But I'm going to start here. I'm going to start with Bobby King Green and Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel is a hometown favorite. So just like any other sport, football, baseball, you get that hometown, those fans that are cheering for you. You got to know this guy coming into this fight is excited. He's got a lot of family there, probably, you know, maybe a girlfriend. Ooh, you guys want to see G? Come on in. G's going to join us shortly to save me from myself. He's got a lot of fans there. He's got a lot of family there. He's also very good. Daniel Golden Boy, he's very good. I know he just lost a unanimous decision, but Michael Johnson's been in the game ever. Dude's legit. He lost another close split decision against Rebovics. I think I watched that fight. That was very entertaining. He's an entertaining dude. He brings the energy. He's going to have the fans behind him. He lost his last two fights. You know he doesn't want to lose again. And he's fighting the most ridiculous fighter you'll ever see in Bobby King Green. What I mean by that is let's go back a second. CrossFit said, I think Paramount didn't want to get sued on the allegations. CrossFit says, yeah, I get that. That makes sense. So then I guess, yeah, going forward, it'll be like, let's say he's talking about something else. He's just talking random shit, right? He's just saying things, whatever, talking out of his butt sometimes. Let's say they cut him off then we have a problem. But if it's just, hey, he was starting to say some crazy shit about a guy grooming a young lady, and they're like, oh, we don't want to get sued. I can see that. I still hate censorship, but I can see that for sure. Burn. I love it. Better to have a nickname Fluffy than Fluffer. I suppose you're right. Fluffy, I wouldn't want that nickname, but I mean, typically we don't get to choose our nicknames, right? But yeah, I would ask for something else. Anyways, back to Bobby King Green. He won a split decision against somebody he should have absolutely dominated, Lance Gibson Jr. All respect to you, sir. You're not ready for the UFC yet. And if anybody watched that fight, that was the last UFC fight on ESPN and the last one of 2025. It sucked. Bobby Green should have destroyed him, and he didn't. He did get destroyed by Huffy, who will be fighting for a belt next year. I mark my words, if not later this year. Huffy is legit. He clearly he lost to Pimblett in a submission. The thing about Bobby Green, yeah, you beat Dan Miller, who is also 85 and has 7 grandkids. I love Dan Miller. He's old as balls. Green has this crazy style where how he's standing right there, that's how he fights. It's so annoying to watch because he's walking around the ring with his arms down like this time, and he'll just, oh, hey, what up? There she is. Oh, hello.
What up?
What up, girl? How you doing?
Good. King Green.
Oh, dang. And Colleen is here. What's up, girls?
What's going on?
Is this layout good? This layout looks pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just finishing up. I desperately want to hear about your 26.1 for sure, and everybody wants to hear about that. But I'm just finishing up the UFC for tonight, talking about this guy. And G, maybe you got some cousins like this, but he's because I know I do. He's like that classic. I'm being serious. If you want to do yourselves a favor, watch this guy fight, because in the UFC and boxing, especially Colin, you got your hands up, right? You're fighting, right? This guy walks around the ring with his hands down in front of him and like just throws out like these crazy punches and combinations. And I'm telling you, it is the most annoying, weird thing to watch, especially if you're a CrossFit enthusiast, or a fighting enthusiast. You're watching this dude kind of make a mockery of the game, but it served him fairly well. But I think he's about to get his head smashed in by the Mexico hometown favorite, Daniel Zellhuber. And then I'll just finish. That. What's that?
I was going to say, we got some friends like that do the whole, like, put the arms down and try to like have fun around the ring and then get knocked the F out for sure.
And it's like, if you're an amateur, or like, you remember Kimbo Slice, and he was like the street fighter and stuff like that. Like, oh, hello. What up, Joe?
Kimbo was the shit.
He was a street fighter, and like I get that. Like, you're a street fighter, you're not really like taking it too seriously, and you want to posture and you want to look badass. So, okay, cool. But man, you get to the level of the UFC and you still fight like that. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan. Can you guys believe they're actually still doing this in Mexico City? Like this event is in Mexico, and they're still doing it in Mexico, despite what's going on.
Look,
That's crazy.
What did Sousa say the other night? Sousa was like, "Hey, if they can have the president of the United States sit in the front row and everything be chill, then I think they're good."
Is that the plan? Is Trump going to be there?
No, I just was he. I think I don't know. Like UFC has the money to take care of everybody, make sure everybody's good. So I just the UFC can do what it wants. Like WFP can't do what it wants.
Yeah, that's very true. Where did they moved it to London?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that. Watch, stuff's going to pop off now in London. Oh, crap. We can't have CrossFit.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I know with what's going on over there. That's crazy. Let me wrap these up. David Martinez, Marlon Vera. Vera's been in the game for a minute. This guy has beaten the best of the best. A little bit older. David Martinez fighting it at home. Again, that energy we all know. Watch any sports game, any sports matchup. That home crowd energy, like, whew, and it definitely does in the UFC. I think Martinez, this will be an entertaining fight. Bantamweights, these guys have energy for days. I think Martinez pulls this off. He's going to move up. Vera's on his way out. Not that I want that to happen, but I think that is exactly what's going to happen. And Brandon, hometown guy, former champ in that division. I think he gets it done against Kavanaugh. Brandon had a weird loss. Say again?
Judge Kavanaugh.
Judge Kavanaugh.
Just kidding.
No, his what a first name though, Lonier. He had a weird loss against Tyara, who was going to be fighting for the title in a little bit here. It was a TKO, but like Brandon was still with it, and people were a little salty about that. But he wants to redeem that. He's in front of his home crowd. Kavanaugh's no slouch. He's an up-and-comer, but he's not even ranked. So I'm going to have to give it to my boy Moreno. Anyways, that is let me remove this from the stage.
That's your update show?
That is what I wanted to talk about for UFC, and then I was going to dive. You guys are in perfect timing. I was going to talk about CrossFit. Colleen.
Yes.
Can you walk?
I can still walk.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. I can sit down. It's not pretty.
She had Fran cough for like 10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah. And then I was okay. I stayed and watched the rest of my gym go and have their other heats and stuff like that. And then we went to lunch. I met Garrett for lunch. And all of a sudden in the middle of lunch, I could feel I'm just coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. So had a little Fran cough. Definitely thought I was going to throw up.
During or after?
No, after. But I'm realizing that is, I forget, it might have been Chase that brought up this concept of if you feel that intensity during the open, only in the open, I'm obviously not pushing myself to that limit all the time. Now, should I push it that limit all the time? Of course not. I wouldn't be able to survive the rest of the day or potential injuries and stuff like that. But it is a reminder of pushing myself a little bit more and seeing what that looks like, because I felt okay until I didn't. And it actually, I started to feel it really bad, which I felt like was pretty early, like that the round of 30 wall balls, like towards the end and get that first box jump, in that second round of 18, I was like, I should not be feeling like this.
Horrible feeling. Yeah.
And of course I paced it on purpose because I, know my limits and stuff like that. And, but I watched the video and I felt like I was going really fucking slow. Like I was moving really slow.
When you watched it or while you were doing it?
No, while I was watching it. Like when I rewatched myself.
It was like
what do you think?
Like
I don't think you were slow.
No, it's like what Sean said. It's like you feel like you're going fast because you're dying, and you're like, I have to be going fast if I'm dying like this.
Yeah.
And then you watch it back and you're like, oh, I'm not moving at all. But you did though. When you wanted to get the last reps into the 66.
Yeah.
they were slow and you would stop and pause, but you didn't stop moving. It's
Yeah.
not like you were putting your hands on your, on the rig or like hanging out on the box. Like we saw
Yeah.
people with their hands on the rig, just chilling, trying to hug the rig
Yeah.
or like, hey, sitting on the box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a little
Yeah.
while. And
Yeah.
it's just like, you weren't doing that.
There was one of he's a younger kid in the class, and he was in the last heat, and he's fit, and he went out hot, and I was like, don't go out hot, don't go. He's like, I'm not gonna. I'm like, okay. So he went out hot, and he
Famous last words.
actually like stopped many times in that workout, and I was like, dude. And he's like, I can't. We're like, just do 2 reps. He's like, I can't. He's like, just do 2. He's like, I can't. And I was like, okay, maybe I did pace it perfectly for me. I got 41 reps into the round of 66. And that was my goal. I wanted to get to the top of the mountain. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get over the mountain, but I wanted to get to the top of the mountain. I don't know who pulled this up earlier with Joseph, 6-minute mark. Yeah, I think that's the exact time that I looked at the clock and I looked at Garrett and I was like, what the? Ugh,
Yeah.
so much time left.
Yeah. If by the way, Chad, if you didn't watch Sean on the podcast yesterday with the ladies, it was awesome. Despite the last however many years of drama in the space and people picking sides and speculating about Sean and all the guys and guys, Sean is the voice, is and will always be the voice of CrossFit. Like he just is. I had the pleasure of meeting him at Legends in 2021. Him, Bill Grundler, and Annie Sakamoto called the whole thing. Got to meet him. Very good dude. Very nice, welcoming, kind guy. Could give a crap about his politics. I don't care what he leans. Like he's a good dude. He's a great guy. So if you guys have not watched that, 100% go back and watch it. But for sure,
he's a good dude.
There is a. So to go a little earlier, Carlene, there is a fine line between, and we all have to find it between like going open hard in your training and not. Like you can't, like it's unsustainable. Like CrossFit is supposed to be about sustainability. There's obviously the athletes that do it full time and they just, they do what they do, right? But we got to be sustainable in what we're doing, man, because we're all still fairly young. We want to be doing this for a long time. Something you probably want to give to G so that you can be doing it with him. When if we're going open hard in our training too often, that's a nightmare. But to your point, we should be like touching that. I try to touch that. Pause.
I was gonna say, bro.
I know I was getting a little carried away. I try to. There was a time I was probably touching that once a week. Like, hey, go hard in an open, maybe not even open style workout, but just a workout. Go to that really, really dark place. And I'm like, like maybe once a week is too often. Maybe it's not often enough. Maybe it's 2 times a week. But everybody's got to find that so that when the open comes, you're not totally like, it still hits you, but you're not like, oh my God, I've never felt this before. It's more like, oh my God, I hate this feeling, but let's keep going. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought you did that very well. You moved very well through that workout.
Oh, I appreciate that. And also too, the mentality shift that I've had since working with Matt and the guys at Primal or whatever, like my actual goal for the open this year is to not be in pain in any workout that I'm doing other than muscle fatigue pain that you're supposed to feel or lung pain that you're supposed to feel because you're pushing it to that next level. But I felt no back pain in my back during that workout at all. Not in one wall ball, not in a box jump, not holding the wall ball. I have no back pain right now. I'm sore and I'm, that feeling where you slowly start to feel like everything is just getting super, super tight. I feel that part, but I'm not in pain.
That's so
Whereas
awesome.
I know tomorrow I'm going to be sore. So I'm going to have that feeling, but I'm not going to be debilitated where I cannot get up out of off the couch, and have to go lay on a heating pad. And, it's kind of funny because normally you would go reach for, I think you were talking about it earlier. I caught you for a couple minutes before, like when we first started talking about the lacrosse ball and the bands and the roller and all those type of things. And it's so ingrained in us to like grab for those things. Right. After the workout, normally that's the first thing that I would go grab.
Sure.
I didn't grab it. I have no desire. And I have 2 of them at home. And I know that my legs are filling up with that lactic acid, that soreness that I'm going to feel. I mean, Taylor talked about it earlier. He's like, I'm still sore today. Now, mind you, he's worked out every day since then, but that's besides the point. Like, we're all going to feel that soreness, tomorrow and the next day and whatever. But that's my goal. Like that's the real growth. Didn't grab the balls, huh, Colleen? Yeah.
Pause. That was good. That was good.
Pro tip from Bernie: when you feel like that, watch the video at 1.5 speed.
Got it.
I feel that.
Gotta make me feel.
Vern, you are a wise man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was at the end of your workout today when you're outside recovering. You did mention the discount with Primal.
I did.
I used to do like the Go Wad. What was it before that? It was
Ramwad.
Ramwad. Yes, thank
Ramwad.
you. I had a subscription for that. I had a subscription for Go Wad, and then I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing. I know how to stretch. I know how to mobilize, and I do. But after yesterday, after what happened to me yesterday, just my back season up. I am going to sign up for Primal because I got to figure, like, I got a few pounds I got to lose. I know, I get it, but like, I need to sign up for that because I need some direction again on like, hey man, how can I loosen or stay mobile in the areas that are just effing me up right now? And that's definitely my hips and back. So,
and you get sciatic, right? Is that what you get?
Like I used to get that a lot. Now it's not so much sciatic. It's just like, it seizes, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll switch sides too. So 1 week it'll be the what do you say? Joe says, tell Dillon to take
Dillon, calm down, Dillon. Dillon.
Dude, that's the problem, dude. That guy is just he's like mighty. So it just switches sides. So it just seizes up. Luckily, I haven't like knock on wood have sciatic, but it'll just switch sides where it just seizes up to the point where you just can't move through it. You just oftentimes it'll loosen itself up as I go, but yesterday it did not. I'm like, man, you either keep trying to figure it out yourself or whatever, or just sign up, dude. Sign up, pay the fee, whatever, and just do it. So thank you. I'm gonna sign up for
Matt
Prime.
is great, and not only like is it, it's priming the body, it's preparing the body, it's getting the joints stronger, getting the muscles stronger. Yes. Also, it really helped with my nervous system where I don't get those sharp pains anymore. So it sounds like more for you, it is going to be a lot like what I went through and what I continue to go through is changing the nervous system and getting the nervous system to support you in those movements that now are scary for you to go through. You know what I mean? Like, if you do a certain movement, it's going to cause you pain and you're going to, deal with all that. So, and I don't know if you've seen the shows that we've done with Matt and Steve, but like watch them again. And I mean, I'm talking about my journey, but they share a lot about, what other clients have gone through too. I mean, it helps. It's really, really helps. So I would reach out to Matt personally if you sign up, obviously, but reach out to Matt personally. And he's very good at getting back to you and really explain where you're at. And he's going to ask you a lot of questions, which is really good because you really feel like you get that one-on-one support with him, but you're in a group and a community, and it's an app, and it's really good.
That's awesome. Great interviews you guys have had with them. Good dudes.
Yeah, they're great.
It was a really good day, and there was a lot of excitement, and there was a lot of energy. I could feel the energy at the gym. It was really cool. A lot of people that I haven't seen in a very long time. I got to see today, and it was very, very cool. So I'm excited for where it's gonna go and what it's gonna do.
I love that little gym. What is the gym called again?
CrossFit 11968.
I loved it. It's like it's super intimate, but still enough space to do stuff. And like, I love that kind of a gym. That's just beautiful. That's how my gym now started. But like we really outgrew it, man. We, you got barbells, dumbbells, people dropping them from overhead. You can need a little bit of space,
It's a full circle for us going back and being back in that gym. So Garrett found Oh, sorry, my dog. Garrett found CrossFit 11968 with its previous owner, which is a good friend of hers. And that's where we started. She got to be with him for a while because,
Pause.
yeah, very intimately. She went to his class a lot here, there, I'll say that. But I was pregnant, so I didn't get to be in the gym. I was there for the open and, you know, that kind of stuff. And then the gym closed and we moved to a different gym and we're there for a while. And then you guys have heard the story a bunch of times. We were not happy. We ended up leaving and both took a step away from CrossFit for a while. And then I decided, what's it been now? About 4 months? Three months,
4
maybe?
something like that. Yeah.
And I decided to go back into that gym and it's underneath a different owner right now. Excuse me, but he's great. I've known him through CrossFit, you know, just around in the area and whatever. And it's cool to be back. So seeing her in that gym and she's like, I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe.
it was cool. Yeah. It definitely fired me up for sure. Yeah.
There's nothing like there's just nothing like the you know, it's so cliche, the community being part of it, man, like they become your family and friends, man. Like the people in my gym, man, like we don't just work out together. We don't just throw down in the open or class times. Like we're hanging out at, you know, sports events, barbecues. We're watching each other's kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's life. We're doing life together with a bunch of awesome people. Speaking of which, did you do it yet, G?
No, I'm not there yet.
What is that?
Listen, I supported CrossFit, right? Like I paid my $20. I paid whatever I paid to go to the games. I supported CrossFit. I love CrossFit. I think CrossFit is the way, right? Like it's CrossFit is he, CrossFit is him. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, and I'm there for it, and like I'll get back in it. Don't you worry. You'll see me on the leaderboard eventually.
We don't get to see a 26.1 live from you.
No, absolutely not.
I don't even know if she was in her prime, if she would do it. I think open workout live.
I have done so many things. Go look at my Instagram. Like you can see me suffering through Murph. You can see me suffering through every open workout.
That's
like
fair. Just not on YouTube.
Yeah, we weren't on YouTube at the time. Yeah. So like you can't see it on YouTube, but you can see my triumphs and my absolute fucking failures on Instagram. They're all legitimately wow, Bernie. Wow.
That's a low blow, bro.
We're friends, bro. We're friends. Why? What's happening?
We're going for the jugular right
now. Yeah, man. It's all good. It's good. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Do we have a tracker somewhere? Speaking of the open, I looked it up. I don't know if the internet lied to me or whatever, but we are currently, this is what I saw, at 140K-ish, and we're trending for 300K. That's what it said, based on signups and everything. Is that, have you guys seen anything?
We're more than that.
Yeah, at the beginning of the open, I thought we were at like 200.
That's what I thought.
Something.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
I thought we were at like 240, and maybe
I read it wrong. Maybe it was 240.
Track these nuts, Jeremy.
Wow. What chat? Are you guys okay? What happened? You know, it was talking all this fighting, and now these guys are like,
they're ready for a fight. Where's Clock Cutter? Come back, reason, Clock Cutter.
You guys were on your best behavior for Jerem by himself, but we join you, and here we go.
I do want to bring up. Can I bring up one thing, Jeremy? I know this is your
bring
show.
up anything you want. Bring up anything you want. Yeah, I'm good.
This is amazing, and I really want to. I really want to talk to John Woolley again. I really do. Like, I'm gonna reach out to him. I hope he'll come on the show. This is like, because I have genuine questions, but I saw this and your genuine reaction, right? The clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings and still isn't as sensitive as a white man seeing one of my posts about RFK Jr. How did a clitoris get compared to a white man get compared to RFK Jr.? And we have 8,000 nerve endings. Like, what? And then look at that picture.
That's a
picture.
That's a clit, huh?
I mean, that's not the one I've seen.
No.
But like, okay.
A clit of a flower or something like.
But I don't understand it. you went straight to clitoris.
I was gonna say, is it more the process of how
To
you got
fuck
from
with
this
a white
to this
man.
to this to this?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck
What
with
Colleen just
RFK.
said, yeah.
Like where? What?
What is
There
his
was
thought
more
process?
there were more steps to take before we went to clitoris.
I don't
Right?
care about anything else, right? Like there's a million things. Like he wants to show, like someone said he never looked like he's been in a gym. So we're gonna see man abs and man stuff.
Was that actually a picture of Willie?
That's him.
That's Wooly. Yeah.
Oh,
Willie's a yeah, he's a beast. But I don't know. Like I don't get this. And again, and like look, Meredith Root likes it.
Well, duh. I mean,
I-
they just wait in the weeds to just come out and support some dumb shit like that. But in the thing, so what I'm looking
So
for,
are women
if you
weak?
want to go to
Why
like,
wouldn't you use your penis then? Why wouldn't you say how many nerve endings your penis has
yeah,
and like
yeah.
how weak that shit is?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the clitoris? Like
Yeah,
why
that
Not
is very
is that women empowerment? Is what I want to know.
ooh,
Like, I
yeah.
really want to. We were chill at once. We were good friends at once. I hope that we are still chill. I would love to have a conversation because I don't get it.
I made the joke the other day about Willie. I said that he's been corrupted by the likes of Danny Spiegel, and I don't personally not like Danny Spiegel. I don't have any vendetta against her.
Come on, man.
But you know, it's like to what you just said. His shtick seems to be. I'm not gonna say he's trying to get in her pants or whatever, but like he wants women in the CrossFit space to love him. Everything he does, he caters to women liking him, and I think it makes him look bad. Right?
I don't know. I don't know. I just know this is like, am I supposed to feel empowered by this? Like I don't like. Am I supposed to walk around like dudes are like? I don't know, but am I supposed to walk around with my clitoris out now? Like, am I supposed to feel like cock out, jock out, some shit? Like what? I don't understand if that's women empowerment.
Yeah, it don't
I'm
make
really
sense.
trying.
I'm also looking for the outrage that he's talking about. You know, the sensitivity, because the guy didn't really say anything that seems very sensitive. He's just saying. Let's take the second guy. You're not a fan of getting artificial crap out of our food supply. Interesting take. That guy's not being sensitive. He's asking you a question. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't either. I don't get it. All I saw was clitoris, and I was like, oh, I'm a lesbian. Let's see what this has to say about a clitoris. And then I was like, 8,000 nerve endings. Awesome. That's what makes life great for us. And still isn't as sensitive. I would argue it's pretty fucking sensitive. Like,
extremely sensitive.
We're kind of sensitive. So, and then he went straight to white man.
Yeah, that too.
So why not just say
not
men?
only to women, he's pandering to the Chandler Smiths in the space too. I can't say black man. I can't say man because it could be interpreted as black man. So I gotta say white man.
So white man seeing one of my posts about RFK Jr. Another white man. Like I don't understand. I don't know. I didn't get it. I would love to get it. I'd love to have the conversation.
So do you ever get into Call of Duty back in the day, like online?
Yeah, way back in the day. Who counts all those nerve endings?
I'm sure there's studies, Burn.
I was gonna say, that someone's got a lot of time.
Some dude we probably don't want to know, and it's probably on the Epstein list.
Oh man.
So back in the day, there was, well, there still is Call of Duty, but I used to play back in the day, and I don't know if the saying it still happens, but people will call. It was kind of like you got salty. Someone is really good and you're not, so you call them a try-hard. Like, oh, you're just a try-hard, man. You try too hard, blah, 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 and you're just being salty, whatever. But like in this case, it's like Willie seems to be a try-hard. He's just trying too hard. Like you're a funny guy. You know, your memes blew up because of how funny. Like just, like look at Grant. Grant sticks with being funny, and it not always the funniest thing, but Grant is pretty funny. Keeping it real is pretty funny. Like just. Be funny, man. Like I don't know.
I like talking politics with the rest of that. I really want to know. And I know Tuesday's show is going to be a lot of fun, but I would really love to know, like, what is the Why? Do you not like white dudes?
Yeah.
Like, because people would say I'm a self-hating lesbian. So is he a self-hating white guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 100%. 100%. He
I
does
don't
give
get
those
it.
vibes. He's giving those vibes for sure.
Oh God, that is the word. Everybody's saying vibes.
Oh yeah, that
Lately.
is the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Kenneth, what's up, dude? Okay. Oh wait, who had notes about somebody had notes. Oh, Clock Cutter had notes. The tracker at Spin is reporting 227 or almost 228,000.
What's awesome?
That's awesome.
Ramirez has over 250,000. Okay, so we're going the right. Okay.
And what is the
Google's-
all-time record? I should have looked up these numbers, but what were our numbers last year? And then what's the all-time? I think 2018 had the most signups ever, but I don't remember the exact number.
I don't remember either.
No, self-hating lesbian, not I hate myself because I'm lesbian.
450K.
Oh, really?
No way.
That's all.
Jeez.
Yeah, they got a ways to go, but they're going in the right direction. I like it.
Yeah, especially if you compare it to last year. I mean, last year was abysmal, right? And
Yeah,
I think we're healing, despite what we might see from time to time in the space. We're healing, right? It's a slow, hard,
yeah.
drawn out fight. Healing.
It's a lot of butterfly band-aids that are happening right now.
Yep, a lot of them, but like we're getting there.
415. Right? Okay, 323.
That's
all right.
crazy. Wow.
Damn. All right, we're moving. Okay, we're moving. That's all that counts.
We're going in the right direction, kicking and screaming the whole way, but we're moving the man.
God.
Oh God.
Yeah, Bernie. Is that Frank Hoff? Bernie,
that's the worst thing too. You said you were out at lunch, Colleen, when it started.
Yeah.
Because you're trying not to be loud. You're at a restaurant. You're trying, but you can't.
But it's
everybody thought she had COVID.
No, and it's the worst because when you have Fran cough and you start to laugh, it gets stuck for a second. So it's like, and it starts to laugh. It's so bad. It's so annoying.
Yeah. What did we think about?
I'm sorry.
We all saw it. What did we all think about Kill Taylor today? Too many curse words? Too many hard F words?
Not enough. Well, he did get on an F word tangent for a minute that I was like, all right, Taylor, like, say what you got to say, do what you got to do. But
I always say that gets stuck on loops. Like whenever Sev hits that one word that he just like emphasizes, it's like a loop. It's just constant. Every couple words, and today it was Taylor. It was just this loop of
hard F words.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, and then it just keeps going. And I only saw
Susan didn't use the crash out button too much though.
Nah, for what? I think that was a joke.
I thought the intro was great.
Yeah,
I thought the introduction was great.
Pool Boy's the shit.
Pool Boy, but even before that, so when the music started and the warning label now, like it's perfect. And then when Pool Boy came on, and then it was good.
Now they're just messing with Hiller. They know he's watching. They're trying to bait him.
Yeah.
I wonder if he makes the video, if Hiller makes a video just based off today's show, or I don't know. That's what he does. But I mean, the camp that I sit in, man. Like I went on my tangent on earlier. Like, you're not gonna like what everybody says. You're not gonna agree. Kill Taylor is a comedy show. If you watch Kill Tony, they say worse things. It's a whole stand-up thing. They not only say worse things, but then they just trash each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people love it. And
do you think Hiller,
you don't.
Do you guys think Hiller walked it back? Like when he was like, okay, I didn't know that you weren't going for this, or okay, I didn't know that you didn't care about the swear words, or you didn't care about the views, or like, do you think that's Hiller walking it back, or do you think that that's?
Are you referencing?
Or do you think he really does it on the other video that he made? He made the second video on the beach.
There's so many. I didn't see that one. Is that what he was saying in it? Like,
yeah, he kind of. I didn't know if he was walking it back or if he really didn't know. He was like, okay, so I didn't know that you don't care about how many views you get. Fine. Like, my bad. I didn't know that you didn't care about like metrics or some shit, and he walked it back. So
Well, I mean, if you're going back to the reference that he kept using, which was when Taylor was on our show, and
Yeah.
Taylor talking about being aware and understanding that things needed to share or things needed to change, and that Taylor did care and they are thinking about different things and whatever. Like, if you keep referencing that video and then listening to other responses that Taylor has given, it does seem like it's different. So I don't know if it's necessarily him walking it back or just listening to what Taylor's responses are now. But I don't think that they, like, right now they sound like they're contradicting each other, where it's like he says he cares, but then there was a clip I think he put from one of the responses that he gave, which was like Taylor saying, well, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. So I think that's what he was using that as a comparison, where it's like, do you or don't you? Do you or don't you? So I don't know if it's him necessarily walking it back. I think it's just now there's more information, right? There's been these response videos, and Taylor had his video. Taylor responded to the video, had his feelings about that video. Taylor responded to that video. Taylor responded. So it's like new information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Clock Cutter, still not a fan of the format. Another lame show with one workout and a lot of witless banter. Kind of confirms Hiller's video, honestly. Okay, so the format that they have now, where Taylor goes first, and then there's nothing to do, right? Because Taylor goes, he defends the money, and then there's nothing to do but chit chat for 45 minutes to make the show an hour.
I think lame is a strong word, Clock. I get your sentiments. Because when the show was doing its best, obviously the metrics show that. But when the show was doing its best, he went first, and then people tried to beat him. Well, we all know what happened. Life happened, and some tragic stuff happened, and that kind of changed. And they ran with this, or been running with this new sequence. Someone else tried to set the time to beat, and he tries to beat it. But they even said this morning towards the end there that they're going to try but several new things. You know what I'm saying? They might go back to the old format that we all loved. They might, what do you say?
And just kind of find a way to give them a break. You just find a way to give them a break somehow.
Yeah, like, right. They're talking about other athletes doing, trying to beat other athletes. Like, so
and scaling options, I think is what you said.
Yes.
Yeah. Like a bunch of different stuff. Yeah.
That'd be fine.
It's like, it's
yes, he is what, Grant? Yes.
Oh, what's up,
yes.
Grant?
If he's saying yes, he is, that Hiller is walking it back, then.
He is walking it back.
He might be. Like, again, this is just how I take it.
Have you ever seen Hiller walk anything back?
See that, Garrett?
Hiller stands 10 toes down on everything all the time.
He doesn't walk, and even if he does walk
back.
Something back, quote unquote, it's not like, he's not really walking it back. He's just kind of trying to, when you were a kid and you're told not to do something and you try to explain why you did it. Oh, I didn't know I couldn't. I didn't hear you say it. It was like, that's his type of walking back. So it's not even like really walking back. It's like,
I don't know.
Are you to blame?
Jeremy kept screaming for a revamp.
Was it you?
Well, to be clear, I wasn't screaming. I was talking, but yeah, I'll take the blame.
Were they in caps? Did you use proper punctuation?
Probably not.
All caps. Yes, it's Jeremy's fault. Okay, that's fair.
Darn. Sorry, guys. This wasn't the revamp I was talking about, though. I mean, see, I don't mind it because that's how shows go, right? That's how things happen. Like it's going this way, and they change it. You might not like it, and then they change it back, or they add something. Like, I think there's an evolution in not just Kill Taylor, but like a lot of things, and we just got to be patient.
We've changed our format
a million
so many times in trying to figure out what we like, what we don't like. Like.
See, I would say the only thing
is, man.
Backgrounds. Ooh, if you go back to some of our beginning backgrounds, thumbnails.
You're an expert at it now. You're great at it.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
They were tough.
See, I would say like the way that it is now with Taylor just going and then nobody else going, it turns into a semi-political show that I don't know if they want it or not. Like, I don't know if they want it or not. If they did,
a lot of the fans don't want it. That's for sure.
I like it. But
I don't mind it at all. We don't mind it at all. But like,
I like it a lot. A
lot of people get real salty about it. They're like, "Oh, I don't," they like. I think Clock just said it. they get into witless banter and political stuff. And I like it. I'm like listening to the boys talk, like whatever. They're not always funny, but a lot of it is. So
I liked the original because watching, and I mean, Garrett said it in the clip that Hiller kept using, is watching Taylor get scared that he might lose the money and actually watch how he is so vocal, and then all of a sudden he's very quiet because it's almost like it's almost like looking through your fingers and like not watching what's going on. I liked that original one the best.
Yeah.
Where he went first and then you had a couple callers, and then he's sitting there worried that he might lose that. But again, if what he's looking for is a revamp, because he is so busy now and there are a lot of things going on, but he still wants to put his energy into it. If he's looking for a revamp, then obviously he has to change some things around, so that he can. Isn't he going to isn't he traveling next week or something like that for some competition?
He's going to Waza. He's going to Waza, I think.
Well, no, that's in 2 weeks.
No. Yeah, the whatever he just said this morning. He's doing
some kind of competition between trainers.
Fittest trainer.
Fittest trainer.
Winners $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
there it is. Thanks, Joe.
So, but that was my favorite, just watching him set the pace, set the tone, set the time, and then watch if people can. I understand how that kind of might have gotten away from them, because if you don't have people calling in, then I get where some people might have lost interest, kind of going back to what you guys are saying. You guys like the banter and the political and whatever, but people that were so excited to see him go and then actually watch other athletes compete against him, it's all in what kind of show you're looking for.
But that's the thing is, like, there were so many shows when he did the original format. There were so many shows when people didn't call in and it was just him doing the workout, and they would sit and talk for 45 minutes anyway. So it did it like, so Bernie, I get what you're saying. Much of what Hiller said was legitimate critique. What he misses is that tone is also important. And I don't know what you mean by the tone is also important, but it might be legitimate critique for Hiller because that's what Hiller thinks of the show.
Right.
But for some of the rest of us that are just fans of listening to them talk and fans of watching Taylor work out, if somebody calls in and is funny as hell, that's great. Like when Matthew started calling in or whatever. But
I mean, Matthew was created out of Kill Taylor.
Yeah.
So
it's, you know what I mean? I think there are some days where you're going to get 45 minutes worth of talking and just Taylor working out. And that's just going to be whatever the show, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
So yeah, if you think that Hiller's critiques are legitimate, then that's the type of show that you want. Is that fair? I don't know.
Very good point. And to Colleen, what you were talking about, he did mention that it doesn't get. We want to see the Yellow Hostas call in and the Victor Hoffers and the Hattie Canios and the games athletes. Well, if Taylor is, and this is really on Taylor, how he designs the workout. But if it's $500 every week because he keeps losing, those people aren't calling in. Now, I have no problem watching the Matthews call in or, some of the non-games athletes, but we love when Colton's on there. We love when James Sprague, man, like the fittest guy this year, Jason Hopper, they call in. Like they're not calling in when it's $500.
Yo, is Jason Hopper ever calling in again?
Yeah, but
Jason Hopper's never calling in again.
Yes, but didn't the initial, and I might have missed this part, but wasn't the original thought behind this was to have everyday athletes call in too? So something like like coming in and or calling in for $500 for somebody that's not a games athlete could be really cool. Like when Matthew won, like he came in, did a workout, beat Taylor, hooray.
Yeah, it was fire.
But, or was it always supposed to only be games athletes? Because I also think that that's a gamble too, because how many games athletes right now are going to, it's game season. How many are going to do another workout against possibly their training session. Not many of them, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought it was more for literally everybody and anybody.
I don't know if they ever,
get
that's a good point. I don't know if they ever fully established who exactly it's supposed to be for, because there was a lot of talk of, man, where are all you games athletes at? Where, you know, like all that, you know, and then there was, they really never established that. But I want to, Ed AI, what's up, brother? But
my
me
legs are
personally,
sore.
I can't.
My legs are sore. You asked that question.
But me personally, I can't watch the banter because of the vulgar language in front of my kids, so then I don't watch it. I get that. I got 3 little ones. I'm not trying to watch Kill Taylor in front of them. Not that I haven't. Sometimes they're around and I got it on, but like pop in an earphone. Pop in one earphone, problem solved. You can hear, you can see, they can't hear. You can still hang with them, multitask as a parent. I hear your concern, Ed, but there's a way around that. If the vulgar language in front of kids stops you from watching it, pop in a headphone.
Yeah, I get this too. Clock Cutter Colten coming in after Hopper was peak entertainment, but my favorite show was the Matthew Show. Yeah.
Same.
And also some of my favorite shows are the dude that recently he called our show and talked a bunch of shit about Taylor, and then hopped on the show every week, and he told Sevon, like, hey, I'm gonna hop on the show every week, and he gets destroyed every week.
Was he that kid that had like the older guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that also for me was peak entertainment. I just wanted to, like, he would just come in and talk shit and then not even do the reps of the workout. Like, it was awesome.
Right.
Mhm.
It was amazing. Like, I love that too. So
yeah.
I get you at AI.
We're very impatient people too. Like, I'm just saying, generally humans, like we got to let certain things play out. That doesn't mean you can't get feedback, but man, like we just got to be a little bit more, in my opinion,
the way he gave feedback.
Yeah, like let it play out. You know, if after a couple seasons or whatever, it's like, man, this is really going in the wrong direction. Like, I'm out. Okay, I get it. But like, man, like people were complaining after 10 episodes. They were like, oh, this sucks, and it's like, dude, let it play out. And you know what? If it ain't your cup of tea, man, there is no requirement to watch the show.
I think the thing is that we never missed that show. Like, we watched that show for months and never missed a single show. And now you kind of, I don't know, like there's like some sort of like, you feel bad if you miss the show.
Yeah.
You can miss the show.
You feel like you missed an episode on a sitcom.
Yeah.
It's
like you can miss the show. It's still gonna,
series.
you know what I mean? And then come back and watch 3 weeks worth of the show that, you know what I mean? Like, it's,
that kind of goes like we just want it now. And then the FOMO aspect, you feel like you missed out. And I mean, I was traveling for work last week prior, whatever, and I didn't catch pretty much anything that had to do with the Sevon network at all, or really any of it. I wasn't able to watch a lot of things, especially live. Maybe after I got, and it sucked at first, but I'm like, man, that's just life, dude.
It's
like,
way more fun live.
Everything, and
I get it.
It's all good, you know.
Here,
I mean, listen, I'm gonna say this. Y'all are a tough fucking crowd.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it blunt and straight to the face. Like, y'all are a tough fucking crowd.
Yo, and Jeremy did not like us to start with.
None of you liked us.
Jeremy did not.
None of you liked us from the
I remember.
start.
What, bro?
Jeremy, you
your
talked
original
so much shit to us when we first started.
Your original comments when we would
in jest and humor, I never ever disliked you two, ever. There was never a time where I did not like you guys.
You're like, who are these crab walkers on Sevon's show right now?
I'm ready for it, Katie. I love you too.
Yeah,
but y'all are a tough crowd, and if you join the Sevon sphere,
yo,
or
poor
world,
Sean right now. Put
like
on the update show.
The new guy,
he was good for a hot minute, and then a couple nights ago they started ripping into him like
y'all are tough.
Like he's a mix of Brian Friend and some other shit. Like it was. I was like, damn, man. That's some shit.
He's a good dude, though.
But yeah, that's a Timu spin. I was like,
if you're gonna survive in this, you have to just decide if you're going to just figure out what you're going to do.
Boo. Yeah.
Did you say I love you too, boo?
To Dillon. To Dillon, yeah.
This is the gayest show on the internet. Can someone make an intro? Pedro, can you make an intro with the gayest show on the internet?
No, you have to make sure that it's just
Pool
Dillon.
Boy. Where's Pool
Dillon and Jerem.
Fuck.
Now, Colleen, you make a good point. Like you got like what the I guess you could say in my head, like the Sevon verse represents to me is the importance of having like the thick skin in society. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're gay, straight, left, right, like you gotta have thick skin. And I think the Sevon verse maybe goes too far sometimes. Taylor saying things, whatever. But I think that's life. It's a very great representation of life, man. There's culture, there's diversity, there's all the things you want, but you just gotta have thick skin. If you want to survive in it and be a part of it, you can't get butthurt over stuff. And if you do, you got to figure it out quick. You got to work through that quick. You can't hang on to it. And there's a bunch of people in that chat that love to hang on to whatever little angers, whatever little microaggressions they have. And it's like
microaggressions are funny, dude.
Isn't that word
they are
funny?
hilarious. The list of microaggressions is just so dumb.
It's silly. It's silly.
But coming but from the person that's putting on the show too, we can put a show on all we want and feel like it's a good show. But if the audience doesn't like it, they're going to have opinions about it. So then what do? We have to decide what that feedback is going to do. Are we going to take a complete, flip it 180 and do it completely different? Maybe, maybe not. You kind of have to figure out what you like, what you don't like, how you talk. And at the end of the day, like Garrett and I want to come on here, have fun, hang out, talk about things. And this is a really good show for us. Some things is not a gay show. Gay times
gay equals straight. That's just math.
So we just cancel each other out.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What a wise person.
We are the straightest show on the internet.
So, Colleen, to your point, what you can't do is I love Taylor. I'm wearing an original self-made training program from back in the day shirt. What you can't do is get too emotional about it. You can get emotional, that's fine. But how you express that, attacking people, yelling, getting out, that's what you can't do. If you two were to just be triggered all the time, which I know you hate that word, triggered, but like if you were to do that, you will never take the feedback well. You will never make whatever changes need to be made. And so that's what you cannot do. You have to be able to
would agree with you that you also cannot stroke them off all the fucking time too and be on that side and feel like that every single word that they say is God's truth.
Is that me?
That's you.
God's word.
My favorite is whenever you're like, everybody says that I agree with Seb all the time, but that's not what it is. And then you verbatim what Seb's just said.
It is true. It's okay though.
It's okay.
We understand.
It's okay. My point being is that there are people that love it. There are people that don't love it. And there are people that are in the middle that like certain shows and like certain people and how they talk and stuff like that. So I agree with you. I just agree on both sides,
Well, look, hold on. So if tips touch, not gay. No. Jan and I just touched tips. It's not gay, and we're better. We are better today than we were yesterday. But I want to get to Jan Clark, love you. Bernie's comment. I met Hiller's tone in offering his criticisms came off as shaming people. Friends don't respond to that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I would be okay after that. Like. That's respond tough. To that. And I just talked about this with a friend of mine. If I found some shit out on the internet that you were thinking and you didn't tell me before I found that shit out on the internet, I'd get stung. Like that would be a sting for me. Mm-hmm. And then I would need to talk about it ad nauseum. And I guess if you just kept telling me I'm only trying to help you and not actually hear what I'm saying, I'd be upset. Mm-hmm. I totally get that.
For sure.
So I get that side. That's
it's
why
just some things as friends that you got to navigate differently. Making a whole ass video about how shitty your show is or whatever, however you want to word that. That's probably not the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know,
on the flip side, though, I always thought dudes don't get stung by shit like that. Like that's why I keep saying, like, you could go outside. Shouldn't you just go outside, punch each other in the face a couple times and you'll be fine? And then Brock was like, no, that's not, I'll
Brock
be pissed.
said no.
Yeah, Brock said no. So
he said, no, that's not how guys handle it.
No, he said, like, if you come outside and punch me in the face a couple of times, I'm going to be pissed as shit.
Well, you're going to have a scrap, but at the end of the scrap, you're going to get up, shake hands, and now whatever happened is done. Now you talk about the scrap you had, but that's how men used to be, or, you know, maybe should be. Again, though, we're dealing with
feelings.
When you deal with Taylor, you deal with feelings, you deal with emotions, and then there's the internet, and then there's egos, and all these things. You see what, Colin? You see what I just did? I just called out some negative stuff about people that you just said I blanketly agree with. So I just want to put that out there.
I was waiting for that. I was like, oh no, I think I hurt Jeremy's feelings.
No.
But I did it to your face.
Just a little bit.
I did it to your face.
No,
listen,
but
we all like, real quick, we all have those people that we do listen to a ton and we believe what they say. I'm not saying it's not that you don't believe that or whatever. So I'm glad your feelings are.
So I'm just gonna take it that I'm just gonna take it that this stereotype is not correct. That dudes can just go outside, fuck each other up, and then everything's fine. I've watched a lot of Yellowstone, bro. Like,
literally done that. I've literally done that with male friends where we
could you have before, but you can't now. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the same anymore, because
different times,
if you know,
I want to get to this, Grant. I see this. I want to get to this.
Yeah,
for sure.
But if you're in a, like, if it's done, is it done? You know, Garrett and I were talking about something the other day, and I forget exactly what it was, but she kind of looked at me, or she was explaining something to me, and I said to her, oh, what you're telling me is that you just want to be done with this. Like, this is just a done thing. And she kind of looks at me like both the light bulbs went on in our brains of,
oh no, you can tell the whole story. I
don't remember what it was.
No, I threw an absolute like marriage tantrum.
No, it started with me. It's not the same one we're talking about. That's why I said I can't remember what it was, but like because
I threw a wife tantrum. I wanted her attention. She didn't realize I wanted her attention. So I threw a wife tantrum. She was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I was like, nothing. And then I came upstairs and I was fine. And she was like, are we going to talk about this? I was like, no, can we just go get sushi and forget about this? And she was like, yes, we can. And I was like, great. Like, and now we have an established, like, there are some times where I just throw a tantrum and then I just want to have
solves everything. I love it.
Yeah.
You guys want me to be your therapist?
No.
I got you.
Bitch, I'm back out of my coma. Nice, Trish. You came back at the right time.
You can call me anytime, Jeremy, for therapy. I'm around.
Yeah.
But my point being is, if it's done, is it actually done? Or is it one of those things where you say it's done, but you hold on to the resentment of it or the grudge of it, and then you use it later? Oh, you know, you did this back in this, and you responded this way. You know, we said we were done with it, but I didn't actually like the way that you did that. So now I'm not. So like, if it's done, is it actually done? And I don't know if people are actually able to do that anymore.
How do I say it without being offensive? Women tend to do that much more than men. They like, it's never done. What you did 5 years ago is still there. So, whereas men, we're like, we fist fight it out, we verbally fight it out, whatever. We figure it out, and we're like, all right, we're good, dude. Like, don't do it again, but like, we're good, you know. Whereas you tend to see. So I guess in other words, what I'm sensing from Hiller and Taylor and their camps or whatever is a lot of unhealthy female emotional traits where they cannot be the bigger person. Nobody can. I think Grant was saying someone eventually has to turn the other cheek, if you will. They're not
if they don't want to.
It's tit for tat. I'm gonna get you on this, and now I hate you for that. Instead of like, yo, dude, like, let's talk about this offline. Let's figure this out. But again,
I think that comes
you make
down
a
to
video like that publicly, bashing one of your friends, whether you thought you were or not, whether you want to call it hit piece or not, you make a video like that against someone like Taylor, you got to know, like, all hell's about to break.
I
You
mean,
think
not
Taylor's
even
going to be like,
Taylor.
oh, he's right. You know, no.
That's what I want to get here, Kippen. Is there a line or all lines gone once someone does a certain thing? In other words, Hiller makes a public video seen as an attack, but because he did, now people can attack him publicly. Well, I don't know about attacking him like Taylor attacking him publicly. I mean,
I think once something
once
is
the
public,
yeah,
I
then
think it's
if the other person goes public and you guys are going tit for tat, like that's all's fair in love and war on that one. If you're asking, is there a line that once you cross, like there's no coming back from and the other person might not come back from? Yeah, I think there is lines, and I think it's different for everybody. Like everybody's line is different.
Taylor, this was clearly Taylor's line. Do I agree with that? Do I think it should be? I think we all agree it shouldn't, but like it is. Like this is where Taylor drew the line, and but we also have to understand there's a whole lot. They had text threads together. These guys hung out. You know what I mean? Like we don't know a lot. Maybe there were other things. Maybe this was strike three. I don't know.
Who's getting jab over jab? Who's getting jabbed over and over? Hiller?
I think he's. I mean.
Grant, about Hiller getting
Grant
jabbed
loves
over and over?
Hiller for sure. I don't mean that as a dig, but I believe he's talking about Hiller there.
So
I think there's people that are going to be responding.
Hiller's video is attack or a hit piece. That's attack or hit piece is the same thing.
Yeah.
Either way.
And you can make an argument that it was. You can make an argument that it wasn't. It depends on what angle you come from. I looked at it as like, I don't think like when I hear hit piece, I think you're trying to destroy a person. You know, like you did with Brian Friend. Now they're best buddies, but like you make a video to destroy something. That's a hit piece. Hiller wasn't trying to destroy Taylor.
I mean, Trish has a point
more
too.
So make a point, I guess. You know what I mean?
But Trish's point, that's absolutely valid. She did. She made like a crazy video on Kippen, and now they're friends.
Now they're homies.
So like I think that's why I stand by. I think it's whatever the line is for the individual person.
Yep.
I don't think there's like, you can't do like a precedence thing. If that's a line for Taylor, then that's a line for Taylor. If it wasn't a line for Kippen, then it wasn't a line for Kippen. Like and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And you're
like,
always going to have people that are going to respond to each person's video very differently. You're going to have people that support Hiller and believe it wasn't this. You're going to have people that disagree with Hiller and believe that it was this. And then same thing with Taylor. Like you're going to have sides from both perspectives. So, I mean, I still always say that once it's on the internet, it's open for
speculation. I think it is
for opinions.
Clock cutter speculation. Taylor's as feral in the locker room chats as he is on Kill Taylor. Hiller and Tyler just got tired of it. And that's also fair.
That might be true. And Clock, that might be true. But, it's also not entirely true because I only hung out one time, so I'm not like these guys' best friends. But at the 22 games, Johnny Young, Tyler, and Taylor invited me to do a workout with them. So I was around these guys for like half a day, and there was the banter and there was the whatever dude, you know, the talking shit. But like they were cool. Like these dudes were cool with each other, very kind to each other. So I don't think it's always Taylor. I think more so, and Hiller kind of touched on it, and Tyler, they got their ideas shut down quite a bit. And Taylor is not afraid to tell you you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody responds to that well. No, nor should they. I'm not saying everybody, hey, I call you an idiot and you should be like, yeah, I'm an idiot. No, but like, you know, he's going to tell you how he feels. And I believe that's after he feels he has your friendship and trust. He might talk down to you like that, but like they got tired of that. And to Joseph, what Joseph's saying, I think they were always friends. Now I don't think Hiller and be friends. Hiller makes it sound like they always were friends.
That's tough speculation because they were all together for a long time. Friend was around for a long time, so I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that. And then that also goes back to the forgiveness conversation, right? Taylor brought that up on one of the shows too, who like, if you want to forgive that person for that. So it's, you know what I mean? Like if Hiller forgave Brian Friend, Hiller forgave Brian Friend. If he didn't, then he didn't. If he doesn't forgive, like if Taylor doesn't forgive Hiller, then Taylor doesn't forgive Hiller. Like that's all based on like what your belief system is and how you handle shit. I think that's just, oh, Trish, is this true? I don't know if this is true. Is it true that wags are circulating screenshots of locker room chat? I really hope that's not fucking true. I hope that locker room chat never gets out.
It should never get out. That would be,
I hope it never gets out.
No one's locker room chat. I mean, Epstein's locker room chat should get out, but you know,
not
this.
No,
like, come on, that's garbage.
I don't ever want to know what that chat says. I don't want to. That I hope it never comes out. That would suck. What is a wag? Oh, you've never heard that? It's some British thing for soccer players' wives. Wife of a
wives and girlfriends.
Wives and girlfriends, yeah. So if that's true, I hope. Oh man, yo, when wives get involved in men's spats, oof,
that could be a nightmare.
Oof,
don't fight that motherfucker.
Man,
how about we just get?
We are. Clock cutter. I had to look it up. Wives and girlfriends. Yeah, yeah. It was like a British something reality show.
We're watching Yellowstone, and the women in that show, you don't want them as an enemy. You want them on your team.
Clock,
especially
Clock likes the drama.
What's the girl? What's the Beth? Is it Beth? Man, she is.
Oh, on Yellowstone.
No joke.
That girl is wild.
Listen,
how far along are you guys?
We just started
season 5.
Season 5. Listen,
okay,
Rip.
So you've seen enough.
Rip is a strong, manly man, right? She makes him look like he can't do shit.
She is just.
She's like, sweetheart.
Joseph, Megan is Beth. So you have Beth in a fight every fucking day. Like Megan
pretty
is
much.
Beth.
Pretty much.
Unite. Yeah, to get back to that, Clock Cutter, if that, oh man.
No, I don't think all of it, Katie L. I don't think we know all the reasons why. We know one reason why, but I think Megan said there's multiple reasons. So
it gets interesting, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah.
I will not spoil anything though.
Don't spoil it. Let us watch all of it first, and then we can discuss.
Speaking of shows to watch, I started The Beast in Me last night.
Oh, good show.
What?
Yeah,
like
Beast in Me is wild.
It's like
pause. I think that's a pause. I said the Beast in Me is wild, and then I was like, pause.
Yes,
I think that's a pause.
Colleen's like,
yes, she is.
Shit.
Good ass show. Chat, watch that show. I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm like, I'm hooked.
Yeah, it's fire.
I'm hooked.
Well, did you see what Bernie Gannon said about you, baby?
I can't picture Garrett having a tantrum. It's so bad, Bernie. You don't want to see it. It's so bad. You would not respect me anymore. No.
I love that you call yourself out on it, though. Like,
yeah, no, it's horrible. Now.
Right?
Yeah, don't. No. I don't want you to think of me that way, Bernie. Please.
Listen, mine are not cute either. I am not cute when I am in the middle of a temper tantrum. I had one the other day, right? Yeah, the other day I did, and
it was 24 hours.
She goes,
my tantrum was an hour.
Like,
hers was 24 hours. I was like, I am tired.
She goes, I'm exhausted, and I don't know why I'm exhausted. And I looked at her and I was like, because your wife's been a bitch for 24 hours. That's why you're exhausted. I'd be exhausted too.
I've personally never experienced a cute tantrum from a woman.
Who's the one that goes silent when they're upset, babe?
Both of us. Whoever's mad. It's whichever one is mad.
Yep.
Is the one that goes completely like 0 dark 30. Like it's just
2 cycles is crazy times. Yes, and we are synced, completely synced.
Oh
so
my God, I can't
completely synced.
My mind is not even wrapping around.
No, it's not.
Possibilities.
It's not cute.
And as I enter, menopause, it gets more fun and more fun. Who cleans when oh, that's Colleen for sure. Colleen, yeah. I don't clean when I'm mad. I go outside.
I would say there's 2 extremes. Either I clean the whole house and get pissed off that there's a bunch of shit in the house that we don't need, or I leave the house.
Yeah. I just leave the house. I'm not cleaning shit.
Yeah.
I clean when I'm happy. I clean when I'm in a good mood. Like
Yeah.
I'll be like,
My
oh,
life is about looking around and being with 3 kids, being like, why do we have so much shit? We don't need this.
That is exactly how I am when I'm
because
pissed
you have
off.
3 kids. That's why.
And there's only 3 of us, and I'm
it's
like,
like-
there's so much shit. And she knows when I'm mad because I'm like, hey, I need you to go through this pile of shit. She's like, oh fuck.
I know.
It's all her stuff.
Yeah, it is always my stuff. It is. That's fair.
Well, I don't want to throw out something that you want to keep. The baby is different. I can throw his shit out, but I'm nice about that. Even if I'm mad, I'm like, hey, what do you want to keep? So
what's coming up? I just want to reiterate, Clock Cutter, I do not want to see the wives empty out the group chat. That would be not. Oh,
Dillon.
damn.
Oh my god.
Clock, is this who you're talking about when
Dylan,
you
why are
say
you
drama
telling us so
sluts?
many-
I think this is who you're talking about when you're saying Jimmy and Germ are synced with our rear naked cakes.
No, Colin leaves the house in Garrett's Jeep. No,
She's
Jeremy.
done that before.
One time, just one time.
One time, yeah.
Yes,
never live
but
it
this
down.
is the funny part because when I first
Go ahead, you talk.
when I first met Garrett, I had a Sentra,
It is
a
the
Nissan
stand.
Sentra, and Garrett had a really nice Jeep Commander.
I will.
So when she would come to visit me, she would not allow me to drive around my little car anymore. She's like, you cannot drive this piece of shit car anymore. You know, you can only drive my car. So when I took hers, it was because that's what she said. She's like, we don't like, she'd pick me up at my car would be at my house, and she picked me up and we'd go stay at her sister's house when she came to visit.
To be fair, I didn't know you were gonna take the car angry.
We were fighting. I'm like, I'm leaving. No, you knew I was because we were supposed to be going to meet my family and you didn't want to go, and I was pissed off at you about that.
No, I didn't. I was with
so
my
I was like,
family.
well, I'm gonna go, and you didn't think I was gonna leave, but you knew I had to leave. So eventually I was gonna take the car, but I got down the street, turned around, and came back. So that was one of my temper tantrums. And now I have my own car. So, and I like my car. So I don't take Garrett's car when I get pissed. I just take
What do
my
you drive now, Colin?
Right now I have a Honda Passport.
Is that a SUV or
Yes.
hybrid?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a Pilot. Garrett surprised me when I was pregnant, and we turned in my Civic and got a Pilot because we were about to have a baby.
You drive the nice car now, baby girl.
That's exactly
Trish
what
is-
she did.
Oh,
Trish.
Trish, shit. Was your husband in the chat yesterday?
I said that earlier. I
Right.
told Trish it was
Oh,
last night.
man.
Ron
That
was,
was
So Ron
fire.
was in there.
Ron was in the
I-
chat.
It was like Ron the Bish or Ron.
Something like that. Yeah, Ron.
Something
the
like
Bish
that.
in
It
there.
was awesome, dude.
I
Pilots
gotta
are
get
nice.
rid of John. Ron.
Pilots are nice. They're very big cars. They have a third row.
They're huge.
So when that car was done,
Ron the Bish, yeah.
we got I wanted another SUV. So it's pretty much the Passport is the same thing as a Pilot. It just doesn't have the third row.
Of all the made up names in the space, Trish. I mean, there's Trish, there's CrossFit, Clock Cutter. I mean,
Yo,
you
who
name it.
is Orange Juice?
Trish has to be at the top.
And Dick Butter. We don't see Dick
Dick
Butter.
Butter's
anymore.
amazing.
He pops in every now and again, but
He used to be around all the
Trish
time.
is at the top. That's my girl.
Yeah,
man.
what's the new one? Orange Juice?
Who is Orange Juice?
I
Orange
think
juice
word
is
on the
spicy.
street is it's I said before there's a cohort, the really anti-dense
No, I don't.
cohort out
Do
there.
you know who Orange Juice is?
It's Barry McCockiner. That's what everyone is really thinking. Even Sevan, I think, said it yesterday. He's pretty sure that that's
I wouldn't have called that at all.
Oh,
They-
here's another one that used to be around all
Why
the
is
time.
Barry not Barry? He's not. is he blocked?
I'm telling you, so many things behind the scenes. People got upset. People took sides. Bunch of people left, changed their tags, and now they come in and
Oh, McCockiner.
CrossFit,
That name was
Orange.
amazing.
Yep, orange juice, CrossFit.
Where's Lecoq?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
he's-
telling you, a lot of people bounced out. They got angry. They took sides, and
I mean, I follow him on Instagram, so I see him.
He's a cool dude. I
He's
met him
cool,
at
yeah.
the games.
yeah, I met him too. He was a nice guy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we
Crazy.
know the lore. I was just like, Orange Juice just popped up and is on fire lately. So I was just kind of like, hey, does anybody know who that shit is? That makes sense though. Barry McCockiner was always He was on fire too. He could talk some shit,
was a
rile some
feisty
shit
one.
up. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the
he was
name
another
alone is
one.
great.
yeah, he was.
I think he started to like us
he started to like
towards
us a
the
little
end.
bit.
before he disappeared.
I don't know if
I
we're
can't
still
believe
friends.
you thought I ever didn't like you.
Bro,
Dude.
you
Just
were
because
so
I gave you some
gnarly.
shit doesn't mean I didn't like you.
Dude.
Even
I
Trish
like you
would
when I
give
give
us
you
shit.
Trish
Trish gave us
too.
shit. No, but Trish gave us shit, but she liked us. Like you knew she liked us. It was
Yeah.
all good. She would talk
What made
shit,
you think I didn't?
but like Jeremy,
Dude.
you never said one
Nice thing about either one of us.
Ever.
Not once.
What did I say, man? Half the time I just talk shit.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I
even,
don't
like,
know. It's oh
No.
my god, this is almost 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is
now.
when we used to when Sevan would go away and we would cover his show in the mornings every once
Yeah.
in a while.
Yeah.
And you'd be in there just like Trish
I
was at least
like, here's Jeremy today, and then I don't know how we just
way.
kind of started talking, and that was it.
Trish
Listen,
would say, like-
my wife left me. I was
you were in a
was-
bad way. Trish would be like, "Oh, it's the clams or some shit," or
Yeah,
like my
she-
favorite like
Yeah.
bush bangers or some shit like that. But like she was, you always knew Trish was like cool with us, like so you would just be like, "Oh, she's."
And then Garrett and Bernie became really good friends. They talk all the time.
yeah, Bernie gave me shit too.
Yep.
In the beginning, but like we talked it out. You on the other hand, you were fucking. You needed therapy.
I promise.
The
I never,
bushwhackers, yeah.
I promise you, I never didn't like you. I might have gave you shit, but it was just because like that's the
We were
Sevan verse.
new.
Just
We were
give
new,
people
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
That's
you were
fine.
new people.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably the biggest culprit of the new Sean. of just giving him shit, but it's just funny. I think he's great. I think when he talks, he's really good. But I'll say something like, "Oh, they allow Sean to talk."
Okay,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I'll
thanks,
just
bro.
say dumb
Love you,
shit.
thank you.
You know? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
not. It's not because I don't like him. It's just because that's just what we do. You know, like
Yeah, we're girls.
my
We
group
didn't,
of
we didn't
friends.
know
I mean,
that
everybody
shit.
has that, right? You just
Yeah, we don't know that.
We don't know
go
that.
too far. I never not like.
We were just like, fuck, this big black guy doesn't like us. I'm like, I'm half black. Why doesn't he? And I'm like, oh, he probably just wants to date Colleen, and now he's pissed,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
whatever. And
That was
whatever.
it. You're in the way.
Yeah.
My elaborate plan is
Yeah.
to get you out of the way. Oh my god, that's so funny.
But now we have Dillon, so we know the truth, and it's
Yeah,
all
yep,
good.
yep,
We're
yep.
fire.
I
That's
have
funny.
never actually mean. If I went too far and hurt someone's feelings, I would feel.
No,
bad.
you were funny as fuck. Like Jeremy just was like your typical testosterone filled dude, and then all of a sudden afterwards it was chill. We were
Yeah.
Man.
that was fire.
Hey, but you learned in this crowd to get them to come back and hang out with you. You have to just
Yeah.
pause, give it right back to them. Like you just
Mhm.
gotta.
Yep.
Because the minute I think that's what it was, Jeremy. I think I just kind of started talking back to you one time on a show, and that was it.
Exactly.
Jeremy was harsh.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Gee. Now I'm starting to feel bad. But hey, that's what I'm saying, like
don't
with this
feel bad,
whole
no.
rift in the Sevan verse, and people don't like Jenny, people don't like. It's like, dude, just give it back, and just give it back. And nothing really is personal here, really. For the most part, just chill, man. Like chill.
I will say this though, you never know with women if it's personal or not.
True.
Like I can kind of figure it out with dudes and just be like, okay, cool. Like they're just fucking with me. Like it's all good, whatever. But with women, you kind of never really know. Like you actually have to know the female that you're talking to
Yeah, that's
to
fair.
know if it's like real
Listen,
or not.
I'm just happy that we have made it into both Adent updates and Hiller videos and not been the brunt of the conversation.
Destroyed.
Like not in a bad way. You've
Yeah.
made it
Oh,
like
God.
in a good way. Like
Yeah.
people are like, oh, those
So,
girls are great.
Yeah. So I'm very grateful for that we haven't gotten on the shit list with anybody.
It's been fun. I've learned a lot from this chat. That's why we started the chat appreciation show. That's why like I try to have the chat on the show. Like it's a good time. It's good conversations, and the chat always has good conversations. Like
Yeah.
always, they always have good questions. Always have good conversations. So I really do appreciate you all. We
But
really
we
do.
can't have all of you guys come on the show because then we really miss you in the chat.
Yeah, we need you in the
there's-
chat.
We told Joseph, we're like, hey, you can, but you still have to be a personality in the chat because he's one of.
You can be our rear naked guy, but you gotta still be in the chat.
I only need one rear naked guy, and
Yeah.
he'll be
Well,
back
we got
next
two.
week.
You and Dillon.
That's right.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have. Yeah, we
I
gotta
think
talk
it's
about
the OG
this.
cast is back.
Yeah,
for
the
Tuesday,
The OG cast is back for Tuesday.
which does not
um,
include me.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Man,
fair.
last week was a good show. That
Yeah,
was,
it was.
It was a
nobody
great show.
really fought. There was some disagreements, but it was like
It was a good time.
smooth,
Yep.
smooth.
Good show.
So we'll be back for that. I'm not sure if we're gonna go hang out on stuff tomorrow. I'm not trying to stay up late tomorrow. And I
don't
think it
know.
would have to be late if we did it. And I
Yeah.
think the boys are doing like 85,000 shows. So I'm not sure if we're doing that tomorrow. We might just chill on members only or something or whatever.
Yep.
But somebody tell Ed AI we got the gimbal. So hopefully won't be. Hey Jeremy, do you want to do one of your open announcements next week on the show?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I would.
We'll find a time. I'll stream it so you don't even have to worry. You just have to worry about your phone. But if you want to do it on the show, I want Joseph to do it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would love to do it. Joe sent me a score from yesterday, and he beat me.
Sure. What's the main card? Trish wants to know. She missed it.
The main card is Brandon Moreno, former champ, versus Leonor. Look, his first name is spelled Lone_ER. He's from England. Loner Kavanaugh.
Oh, that's right. The Kavanaugh, Judge Kavanaugh. That's
Judge
right.
Kavanaugh.
That's how.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
Back end, Joe. Oh God, Joseph. Shit.
Speaking of Joe, what happened to Joe Ellis?
I don't know.
Missed my girl.
She moved.
There
you go. She moved to
She's doing a bunch of stuff.
she's in
Well,
Texas
think
now.
she started-
That's right. Yeah.
She
Down in
moved to
Austin.
like do the comedy thing. Like she's really
She's
into
doing
the
a lot
comedy
of
shit.
Kill Tony. I think she has her own podcast now or something. Like she's doing a lot of stuff right now. She's doing
firing
great.
on all cylinders.
Yeah, she's doing great.
The Mertens effect. Austin, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. We'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
supporting me in 26.1.
Yeah.
That was cool, guys. I appreciate you guys being there.
You guys
Crushed
yelling and screaming for her in the chat was really, really awesome. So appreciate you
Crushed
as
it.
always. Thanks for hanging out with Germ, keeping him warm till we got here.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for hopping on, ladies.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Deuces.
Bye.